What's up? What's up? It's the Hungry Millennial, back again with yet another proactive pragmatism. On today's proactive pragmatism, I'm going to be using the quote, "Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping," by Jordan Peterson. When I look at this quote, I'm forced to think about all the opportunities that I've squandered, all the opportunities that I have taken that weren't in my best interest. If we begin looking at ourselves as someone that we're responsible for, like a child, like if, say you got a niece, a nephew, a child, a cousin, your own personal son or daughter, right? You, when crossing traffic, you would hold their hand. When they're hungry, you would do whatever you can to feed them the right things, not necessarily the wrong things. And by taking this perspective, it kind of puts the onus on us to look at the world for what it is. Life is challenging. Life has its struggles. Life has its ups. Life has its downs. But we can combat a lot of those downs by getting the things that we know that we need to conquer and own and take responsibility for, getting those things done when we have the downtime or when we have the opportunity. Let's talk about actionable steps. The first actionable step that I come up with when I think about it is making better decisions. Now, a lot of people are still on their, New Year kick, or maybe a lot of statistics show that a lot of people fail on their goals when it comes to this time period, because we're almost an entire month into the new year and goals are hard. Yeah, they're hard. A lot of the goals that I want to accomplish, I've got to be able to keep my head down and not look too much at the fine print, because I know that I'm not going to achieve perfection, but consistency will get me there, as well as it will get you to conquer your goals and look at them differently. Making better decisions can look like making good health choices, not the greatest, but better than the ones that you were making. Instead of, I meet clients every day that I deliver to as the local FedEx man, and I talk to them about, have they drank more water today? And so last week I had a conversation with one of my favorite stops. He owns an electronics store, and he was like, "Oh no, dog, I can't do a gallon of water like you." And I had to explain to him, it's not about being like me, it's about being like you, but being a better you. And he was like, "Yeah, I have like 3 bottles of water." And I'm like, "Bruh, get you 4, or get you one of those." I explained to him, get him one of those like Gatorade bottles that you can squeeze the water bottle real hard, like you get in the game, kind of get that beast mode going, like you actually play, sports or whatever. That way it turns whatever goal you have into a game, and then you can offset it with fun and pleasure. Don't make your decisions miserable. Hold yourself accountable, but don't make miserable decisions for yourself. And when you do falter on your goals, remember the next day is a better day to go out and conquer. You get 24 hours in a day. So if you can use 30% of that day to move forward, that's better than 0%. The next actionable step is value your time. Don't let social media take all your time away. Don't let it steal your goals and your visions, and then you look up 5 years later and you have to blame a blue app. Facebook, don't let it take your soul. When you talk to people, and they don't agree with you, you don't have to argue with every person that doesn't agree with you, because 9 times out of 10, they're never going to agree with you, and they are there just for an argument. They may be hurting inside, but it's not your responsibility to fix them, because you have your own problems. But once you can work through your own problems, then maybe later you can have a landscape to helping them, because they'll start to see the change that you're making in your day-to-day life. And then the third actionable step, think future steps on your goals. So don't think, when you falter on a goal and it's like, it feels like all hell broke loose and you failed, look at that goal in 5 to 10 years. Be like, well, if I can build this consistency, I failed now, but I believe that failure tells you about yourself and tells you where you need to go and gives you the blueprint for the next successful round, or the next successful 5 years, or the next successful 10 years. But when you have a plan, when you start feeding that plan, you start to see all the blind spots that you have. And although you won't see all the blind spots, a majority of those blind spots will set you up for success. Because you're like, I didn't know that before, and now I'm better because I know. And knowledge is power. Very cliche. Knowledge is power. And you're going to want to use all the power that you have to accomplish your goals, because you are linked to so many other people that you have no clue. And when you start succeeding, other people around you start succeeding, or they will run away because they are afraid of your success, and it makes them feel some type of way. But even though it makes them feel some type of way, it's pulling back the layers and pulling the skeletons out of the closet so that we can all move forward, and you can set a better precedence for the generation that's going to come after you. So, like Jordan Peterson says, treat yourself as somebody you're responsible for looking after. Stay in the race, do the small things, and look at it look at the process as something that is molding you and making you into something that you've never ever seen before. You're gonna be the Batman or the Clark Kent of your life. Whatever superhero you would attain to be like, whichever one is your role model, you're going to be that, but you're gonna be even better because you're taking the actual steps. Yo, this is the Hungry Millennial, back with another Proactive Pragmatism. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Find us on the Spotify app and Anchor app, as well as some YouTube videos. I do have a new series coming up in the future. I'm going to be, for season 2, I'm going to be analyzing Jordan Peterson's 12 rules for life. I'm going to do a review over that. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in and staying loyal and always coming back and supporting your boy. So thank you. Bye.